Hey everybody, it's your Makeup Besties. Hello besties. It's good to be back. Look at us on a roll, making progress. Like adulting women do. I am your MC, Yali. As you know, that is the one with the purple hair in the avatars. Although currently my hair is not that color. And if you want to know what color it is, you'll just have to find out some other time. Today, let's see how we want to go in order. Let's go with Shauna, who is below me on the video. So, Shauna, say hey.
Hey everyone, it's Shauna. We're back again. Give you a little brief rundown about me if you haven't watched the other episodes. Well, and if you haven't, you should go back and watch them right now before starting this one. I am in my late 20s for the rest of this year, and my makeup style could be described as super duper glam, all the rhinestones, all the glitter, or no makeup at all. And yeah, real glam or nothing at all. I'm having a brain fart, so just edit this part out.
No, it's fine because if you may not know, audience, we're all doing the nothing at all today because it's Sunday. Who has time for that?
Exactly. And yeah, I work in the arts field. I manage an art gallery. Yeah, I mean, I'm all over the place. I usually wear jewel tones, and it's great to meet you or e-meet you or whatever this is.
We're meeting.
And don't forget to follow us on our social media, and we can all connect there.
Yeah.
Next on my camera is Drea. Say hey.
Hello, people. Just a millennial out in these streets. What can I say? I'm trying to be like Shauna with the rhinestones. Maybe we'll get there this year. I want to do that. I'm still that purple bitch that you know. I mean, what else is there? Trying to get over, seasonal depression. Let's go springtime. I'm trying to do my makeup. We'll get there. I mean, are you guys still doing makeup out there in these streets? It's been a rough one. It's been a rough one. So no judgment here.
Alrighty. Feel free to leave us in the comments if you're wearing makeup, and know that no one is judging you. If you are, and if you aren't. And then last up, was certainly not least, is Sandy. Sandy, say hey.
Hi. So, hey everybody. It's Sandy. I'm the other curly-haired person in this group. I think everybody here is pretty much wavy or curly-haired, so I'm the other one. The gothic and colorful and witchy aesthetic. Turning 35-ish. I'm not excited. Every bone of my body is exhausted.
No.
My makeup style is primarily gothic, dark with a little bit of color here and there. And no makeup today, but it's all good. Skin looking glowy.
You do look
feeling
glowy.
Good. Enjoying the day.
You look good. Well, it's good to see you guys. See all our makeup besties, and we're so glad that you guys are joining us. An update. Ooh, look at us with updates. We are now available on Anchor FM, and we're available on Spotify. So if you have those two DSPs, then look us up. We're hoping to be on some additional DSPs later, and we'll continue to update you guys about that on our social media, which is on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And that's all YMUB podcast on all those social medias. And we're also on YouTube with just the audio, and we hope to maybe later be on visual, but definitely you do not want to see this particular visual because I know I'm not looking so hot.
No, we're cute. No, we're cute. Stop. We're cute. We all look cute. And I'm saying that as someone who took a shower for the first time in a week, okay? So we look good.
We're all dealing with our struggles, you guys. So let's start off with like a fun, easy question before we really break down today's episode theme. We're about 3 months into the new year. What have you guys bought? Like, have you bought any makeup recently? maybe like maybe tell me like the top thing that you're liking, and then the thing you bought, you're like, I might not have enjoyed that. And so whoever wants to start first, let me know.
I can start.
All right, go ahead.
So recently what I purchased was let me get the thing. Recently I have purchased self blemish control face primer. Because I have a lot of pores and I feel like I break out a lot whenever I'm doing like full beat. So I enjoy this. It's soft. It doesn't make me feel cakey. It's for what the price is, it's really not that bad. And I don't really use a lot because I only put it in certain areas that I know will break out. So I'll say that. Good on you, Elf.
All right. Elf. I personally bought a lot. I'm here to. My name is Yali, and I have a.
Tell us your crimes.
Just recently, I bought the Nabla Cosmetics Viper Lip Plumper because just something you guys know, but not the average listener. So I'm 100% asymmetrical. And that includes my lips, and I tend to have to like do extra work to make my face look even, including my lips. So they were like, oh, this thing will like naturally produce more collagen and even that out. So I bought it, I tried it, I sent you guys the pictures, and my top lip did look a lot symmetrical than it usually does. So I'm hoping that it'll continue to do that. I know it's very popular because it keeps selling out when it comes back in restock. So I'm not sure if everyone here is blessed with very beautiful lips. So it's not like something any of you guys really need. But if you have an issue with symmetry, then I would recommend it. I also bought LA Girl's new Jet Setter stuff, which is like a mascara and an eyeliner, because I feel like everyone's releasing like either a mascara or an eyeliner. So I wanted to try it. I haven't tried it out yet, but I'm excited about it because the packaging is pink, and I like pink. And I think that's really about it. Honestly, it's more been like just mascara and eyeliner. I have like horse lashes, I call them, because they just point straight down, and I'm always struggling to find like lashes that'll hold up. So I'm trying not to have that horse lip.
Do you curl them?
I curl them extensively.
Do you use a curler?
I have like a $50 eyelash curler, and my eyelashes are like, nah, bitch. We down here. You see where we at? This is where we're gonna be.
Have you used a heated curler? Have you tried a heated curler?
No, that's my next choice is either a heated curler, or I'm gonna start getting my lashes like lifted and see if that works.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I bought.
Oh, okay.
What about you? Other two are NYC sisters.
I have bought. I don't think anything.
Ooh.
I'm being good over here.
Okay.
Because I've been buying hair products instead.
Shauna.
But yeah, I haven't really
You should
bought
still
any
share
makeup.
hair products.
So what have I bought recently that's a hair product that I like? Nothing new, but I did try out a few things that were old that, I bought a Cream of Nature coconut milk like curling cream, and that smells like a pina colada. And the last wash and go I did, it works beautifully. Like I did it like the curly girl method, everything in the shower. And I will say, like, it worked 100%. It worked really well, and I used barely any gel. But yeah, I haven't really been buying a lot of makeup, but I think a lot of that is due to the fact that, one, I don't like to spend a lot of money, but also two, I get BoxyCharm, so I'm getting new makeup like coming to me every month. So I have to see what I get, see what I like, and then decide from there what else I need to get. And nothing so far, I'd say this year has been like, spend your money and get me now. Like I've seen things I'm like, oh, that's exciting or that's cute, but nothing's been like, shell out all your money.
I feel like the subscriptions are still like new stuff that you get. So like if there's anything from that you've gotten, you should definitely say.
Anything new that I like, Let's see. I tried a new primer by I think Evio Beauty. It's like a mattifying primer. I'm a pretty dry person, so I don't usually like mattifying primers, but I put a little bit of that like on my forehead and like around my nose, and I like it. It's sticky, so it still has like that grip so your makeup hugs on, but it doesn't make it cakey or anything. And the Hip Dot palette, but was that December or January? There's a Hip Dot palette. It's like blue, greens, golds. Loving that.
Oh, no, that was
That's
recent.
perfect for you.
Yeah, I think that was January, maybe December. I don't know, but I was a fan of that. That hit the spot. That did real good. But yeah, that's about it, really.
How about you, Drea? What you buy or didn't buy?
Um, I've been like relatively good. I also have I have Ipsy, but like those are more like kind of samples. But I kind of do like them since we do buy so much shit on our own that I like the little travel side. And I'm always like, for when we travel, like whenever the hell that's gonna happen again. But I do like the small sample size that they have because like I got the Glow Recipe banana face cream, and I hate the smell of bananas. I do. It makes me want to throw up. So I'm very weird. But like, so I was very worried about this thing, but I do love Glow Recipe, and I got it. And I was like, I must say, I really did like the moisturizer a lot. Like it has a great, like a really nice, thick, heavy consistency, which I like. It smells like bananas, but not like crazy. Like it's a good medium. So I was like, okay, I actually like this. I could deal with this. Because I was like, if this is overpowering, I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I was like, I can't get this. But that actually like so. And then I did end up getting the Glam X box, which is like their big Ipsy's like really big kind of like prestige box. So
All did relatively well with our spending. Shauna, more than others, did better. So
I try to get Shauna to buy stuff, but she doesn't.
she's a hard sell. She's a hard sell. So
I'm like, Shauna, it's on sale.
nope.
And that's when I'll get it. When it's like 75% off, I'm like, it's calling me now.
Well, we are in the midst of, I guess, the spring of deception because it's been a bit sunny. A nice little breeze every once in a while out here where I live, and so there's going to be a lot of spring launches. I know for retail, this is also considered, their spring season. So we're getting some spring launches, and we're going to talk about them. We talked about two of these previously, so we're just going to start with these two, right off the rip, which is the ColourPop Bambi, which is their big spring launch, and the Artist Couture, their pastel-y palette. And I know last time I said that I didn't want the Bambi one, but I changed my mind. The Disney and me was like, I need it. So, but I think I'm only just going to buy the lashes because you guys really sold me on the fluffiness of the lash. And I like that kind of like fairy, doughy-eyed type of look. So I think I'm going to get that. I'm not sure about anything else, but the lashes for sure. The Artist Couture palette, I saw Kathleen Lights use it on her Insta stories, and it looked really pretty. So I'm like, well, maybe I need to. She did like a simple look. And I think the problem is when I see that myself, I think like I have to do something dramatic. But the fact that she was able to pull out like a really simple, pretty look, I was like, well, well, maybe this palette is more wearable than I deemed it to be. So how about you guys? Have your opinions changed about the Bambi and the Artist Couture, or you are pretty much in the same spot as last time?
I want the Artist Couture. Will I buy it? We'll see, because but I do want it. If there should happen to be a good sale, I would probably get it because I love all the colors, and it's a pastel, and I know that his formula is really good, Angel's formula. So I may be into getting it. The Bambi I'm probably still gonna pass on just because I do think it's pretty. I just don't think I'm gonna wear it. And I notice with me, like if I buy something because it's pretty, I tend to end up just not wearing it, and then it just sits there and wastes space. So I'm probably not going to get the Bambi, but if the Artist Couture price is right during a sale, it may get me. It just might get me.
I already got the Bambi. I got what was it? What were the palettes? Thumper and Flower, because like they just look so pretty to me. Like my neutral to be more cool tone. That's how I like my neutrals, and I had some like greens, and like of course I had to have the purple one. I had to get my sparkle puff. Like I love a shimmer puff. Like I couldn't resist, and the liners were really cute. And I love colorful liners on my waterline. That's kind of my thing. I always have like some kind of different color on my waterline. I rarely do black, and sometimes I'm like, why didn't I do black? And then I don't know. I'm always like I'm matchy too much, but and then the lashes, it just appealed to me because they're like very long, and but they still kind of look natural, and they have like a fluffiness to them. Because a lot of lashes now that are like big and kind of like have like that length, and then the different sizes or whatever, or
Mhm.
kind of more fanned out, they're some kind of wild look. You could literally put in some kind of like very extremely neutral like transition shade, and do a whole garage door one color look you could pull back from the 90s. But all you have to, instead of like what we used to do to like carve out our whole eye with one eyeshadow, you just have to really blend it out and blow it out. So you can literally just put on a transition shade and one color from the palette. You could use a liner, not use a liner, or you could bring it down under your eye and have like a really that kind of like blown out colorful eye look that looks like you did something really cool that took absolutely no effort. So I kind of like that look. Sometimes I just throw on one shadow and I'm out the door, and it makes me seem like I did something great, and I really did. So I think that's why, you don't have to do something so crazy if you want to try colorful stuff, you could try with just one shadow.
Mhm.
So it's not as scary as you think.
Too much into the Bambi. The only thing I was looking into was actually the little powder puff powder, but I don't need it. And the couture I want. If I can save up my pennies, I get that, because those colors are cute. And
Mhm.
I want something pastel that's actually going to be like show off on my skin, good pigments.
Mm.
Like you'll
Impactful.
see that pastel blue is a pastel blue instead of a faded blue.
All right. Well, besides those two, we've had some newer spring launches. One of the first ones up is the Trixie Mattel's TV Realness palette, which I was kind of surprised for. Because it's like her first eyeshadow palette, if I'm not mistaken. So it's just like
Mhm.
she's been giving us nothing but like face and lips, or has she done a
Mhm.
highlight? I don't. Does
Has
I
she
know
done
a lot
what?
of. I think it's been mostly blushes and like lipsticks, no
Yeah,
highlights.
it's just been blush. The highlight is in the blush palette. It's usually been two blushes and a highlight at the end.
Yeah. So I was surprised to see her do an eyeshadow palette, and I was kind of surprised that it would be this one because it's so blue tone. I kind of just assumed it would be pink, right, like right off the
Mhm.
bat. But it does look really beautiful, and I like the promotion she has behind it, like the
Mhm.
posters and the
Mhm.
stuff that's on social media. I think it looks really good, and I like that she had a model of darker skin tone use the palette in some of the PR, and I thought that would be really important because yeah, we know what Trixie makeup looks like on Trixie, who's white, but what about the rest of us, And I thought it was
Mhm.
really cool. I don't, again, you guys know I'm not the biggest blue fan. That's for someone else in this group who probably speaks soon. So I probably wouldn't buy it, but I think it looks really cool. And I just feel like I'm personally waiting for Trixie to make something that's like specifically me. And I feel like she's made products that kind of like target other people in our group, but not me specifically. So no hate towards her. I'm just like it's not. She hasn't come for me yet. So cute, but will not buy.
Yeah. I think she came right for me. I think it's really pretty. And I, like you mentioned, I do love the fact that she used a darker skinned model in the promo, so you could actually see how it looks. Because I find a lot of companies will maybe use a darker skin model for swatches, but also just like CGI the swatches so it's like photoshopped on from every person and it looks the exact same, and we know that's not going to be the case. So I do think the palette is really pretty. There's like that shimmery blue in there. That's like a really unique color. Will I buy it? Not immediately. If it's like part of a permanent collection, I can see myself eventually getting it. And hopefully it's not limited edition. I don't think I saw anywhere that it was, but you know me, I love a blue. It has some really nice blues in it. I do like the theme of it, like the daytime soap theme. I think that's
Yeah,
really different. And I don't think I've seen another
yeah.
company do a theme like that. So that just got me right off the bat. I'm like, that's really different. I love the colors. Y'all know I'm cheap. So will I buy it? If it goes on sale and it's a permanent part of the collection, eventually, yes. Will I buy it right off the bat? No, but it also sort of reminded me a little bit. It's not the exact same, but it reminded me of that Bretman Rock ColourPop collab a couple years ago. The was it like
Oh,
Wet
okay.
and something?
Yeah, yeah,
Like fire and ice
Yeah,
type
like water
thing.
and
yeah,
fire.
that thing. And so it reminded me like slightly of that, but it's not the same. Like by any means, it's not the same. But that was my first thought when I saw that. So eventually I might buy it,
Hmm.
but like I'm not gonna jump and like fight somebody to get it, you know? But like the artist couture on sale, I would fight somebody to get. That's like that's the
Mm.
scale.
Immediately of Shauna because I feel like all those colors would have fit her perfectly because she is the blue person in this group.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy the what is it like the 80s type of old TV broadcast theme that she has going on. That's freaking wicked, like the old school
Hmm.
fucking brick phones and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. I want to see the swatches done again, only because when I first saw the swatches done, it didn't seem as opaque as it could be. And I'm not sure if it's because with a base it might be brighter or with a primer or some sort of something to kind of like for it to stick on, it would be nicer. But when I saw Trixie do the first set of swatches, I'm not too convinced to jump up on for it, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I'd want to see them swatched again or swatched with primer or something like that. But other than that, I would get it eventually at some point if she keeps them
How about you, Drea? Were you feeling the
online.
blue?
I hope it's a permanent because like I want it for sure. I love a good blue eyeshadow. Like you don't even have to ask me. Um, I'm not surprised that she came out with this because I know she's into pink, but her lips are usually like either pink or nude, and then her eyes are usually the things that are colorful. And then like because she's the retro type of drag queen from time to time. So she does a lot of the housewife stuff and like maybe like 70s, 80s housewife. So back in the day, the thing was always like blue eyeshadow and red lipstick. So I'm kind of not surprised at all that she did the blue. I'm loving like the whole theme and the packaging and the colors and the different kind of formulas she has in there. So I'm really excited. I have like the first face palette and the a lot of her glitters and um um, I'm a big Trixie fan, so I will definitely support eventually. I hope it's permanent because, like, I would love. I can't buy everything right now.
Speaking of buying everything, just kidding. Our next spring collection, which is I think probably the most spring out of everything on here, which is the Hit Dot and Peeps collab. If you guys don't know, Peeps are marshmallow chicks that come around, every year when the Lord has risen, and nothing says the Lord than marshmallow chickens. So this is a just an eyeshadow palette, and I think the star element of this collab is the sponges that look like the peeps. So uh, I know that again the palette is more of a like a pastel-y. It's very appropriate for what it is. Again, it's just not something that I wear on a regular basis, and I feel like since I already have like one really good pastel palette, I don't think I need two pastel palettes because the first one is already barely being used. Doesn't mean if someone bought it for me that I wouldn't accept it because I would. But I do plan on buying the makeup sponges if I can find them when I get paid, because I think they're just too cute not to have.
Mhm.
I don't think I would necessarily use them, but I just feel like they're so cute that I should just have them. Like, because I have a couple like cutie looking sponges that I don't use, but I just like that they're cute. So that would be going with my like cutie collection.
Mhm.
Uh, but yeah, I think it's probably the most tame, I guess the most makes sense collection Hip Dot has done in a while.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, I guess
Because
this one
they
makes the most
just
sense because they
they
had like
just
the hot
collab with
sauce
anybody.
thing, and they had
Hot sauce, rosé, like
just random
any
shit.
type of like, what is their problem?
So them doing
This
this
is the
one,
only thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
doing this one in the spring makes sense. I guess I don't know.
yeah, I could deal with this. I
Yeah.
can manage this. I'm like, okay, I get it. But like, you're partnering with hot sauce and like rosé. I don't know where. I was like, what is happening? Who is this? Who's this for? What's this
My
about?
Chemical
No explanation
Romance.
either. Just yeah, My Chemical. I was like, what is? I was like, what
Mm-hmm.
is there a concert? They're like, we give no fucks. We're just we collab and we're launching it, and we're not even gonna explain nothing to you. So here it
Mm-hmm.
is. And I'm sitting here just like, okay. This is the it's really cute. I like it. It's pastel, but I'm just not gonna get it because like I have a million pastel palettes, and this is just like if you're gonna come to me as a pastel palette, you gotta come to me like with
Mhm.
something good. And I'm like, this past, I feel like if you don't have any palettes like that or you think, go ahead, get it. But like when you have as much as like some of us do, like I'm good. It's cute and I appreciate it, but I'm all right. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really cute. Like you said, it's like it's another pastel palette, and I feel like the Ethereal Bloom one is so pretty and so beautiful, and like
Mm,
we know the quality to expect out of that.
Mhm.
And like I feel like with Hip Dot, I only have one palette from them. I do enjoy it, but it's not pastel, so I don't know what their pastel formula is going to look like. And I have a feeling it's going to be in the same price range, so I would put my money towards the Ethereal Bloom instead of the Hip
mm-hmm,
Dot palette, just because I know what I'm getting. I know that I'm spending my money, and I'm probably going to get fantastic quality and fantastic payoff. So I'd rather go
mm-hmm.
with that one. But it is really cute, and the sponges, like you said, Yali, are super like you just want to sit them like on your vanity.
Mm-hmm.
Peeps thing is, I like the concept. The packaging is adorable. Those sponges are great, but the swatches aren't real. They mismatched the pricing on their Instagram photo because I thought the sponges were going to be $16.
I did.
Those are $24. And they
Mm,
have it mixed up in their image. Yeah.
mm,
That's a lot
Yeah.
for
mm-mm.
It's
some sponges.
24 for
Mm-mm.
the sponges.
That's a lot for some
Oh
sponges.
no. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
We
And
all
then
just
they
died a little.
16 I could have did, but 24, mm-mm.
That's more than a beauty blender.
It
That's more
is.
than beauty blender. Oh
yeah.
no. Oh mm-mm.
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 And then when you also really look at the palette itself, it's 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 not really pastels. Like I like the blue, I like the yellow, and I like that pink. And I guess if you want to include colors that will make it a little more blendable, those browns are fine, or that peach is fine. But it says peeps, so I was expecting a lavender, hot that hot
Mm-hmm,
hotter pink, or like a mint
mm-hmm.
green or something
Mm-hmm.
like
Oh
that. It's
yeah.
like
Mm-hmm.
there's no real. I don't know. I don't know. I want the sponges, and that's about it.
We
But
might have
like
to
I
all
said,
go
twenty
in
four
on the sponges, and we each get
dollars.
one.
Everybody get one
Everybody
sponge.
pick a sponge they want, and we just gonna
Just
go in
split it.
because that's ridiculous. Um, the next one is Sephora and Coach. Coach, the high end name brand designer.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Coach already does. I don't think Coach has makeup already, like some of the other big brands out there. So this is probably like I don't want to say exactly their first one, but it might be like their first entry into makeup. I am confused by it because I see many dinosaurs and I don't know about you guys, but when I think coach, I don't think dinosaurs. Um, so I'm
You
like,
don't think sharks?
there's sharks too. It's just like, what? What is
I
this?
don't know what this. I don't get
And
it.
then the colors are
I'm
like
lost.
old lady-ish, you know, like it's not
Mm-hmm.
for the packaging says younger girl, but the inside says older woman. And I'm like, well, I'm none of those people. So like this collection is not for me. I don't I'm very weirded out by it. Do I think it's cute? Yes, because who wouldn't want like a dinosaur palette or like a shark palette? Or I think it's like a pony or something. It's just weird. Anyway,
Yeah, something like
um
that.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
I would just for me it's just a no. I'm just so confused by it. I don't know why Coach didn't do like a Victorian theme or something British or I don't something more coachy. But
I feel they should have done like a Victorian like kind of carousel thing. Like it could have been a carousel horse, and then like a Ferris wheel, and then like a something else kind of in that style. I don't get this at all. I don't know where this came from. I don't know who thought of this. I don't know what the meeting was about. I don't know who came to who first, Sephora or Coach. I don't understand. Somebody tell me what this was supposed to be about and get back to me, because right now I'm just kind of like, what is going on? I don't know who this is. I don't get it.
I have a
I'm lost.
theory. I have a theory.
I love it.
Please
I love it.
help us.
I feel like Sephora and Coach are both trying to be super relevant because I know we all know the lovely Megan Thee Stallion. She's the new
Mm,
face of Coach, but
interesting.
she can't wear Coach's makeup or anything Coach would do because she's contracted to Revlon.
Revlon.
And usually I don't know because like I said, I'm not a lawyer. I
Mm,
don't know her specifics, but I know that usually when you know are doing makeup for one company, you can't openly wear makeup of another company. So I feel like they were trying to kind
mm,
of say, hey, look, she's the face of our brand. She's not wearing our makeup, but you would imagine she wears our makeup because she's the face of our brand now and she's what's really hot and what's really out there, you know? But yeah, this wasn't it
mm.
for me. I saw this and I was like, what's happening? I was very confused until I came up with that theory. It still doesn't make it better because I don't see Megan Thee Stallion wearing dinosaurs, but you know, maybe that's their
How
thing.
did they? How did Revlon get Megan? Because Revlon ain't even relevant to me.
They probably offered
Like,
her a lot of money, to be honest. Like just being out there, like
and
because I know
if I was her, from your theory, if I was Revlon, I would have locked her in so hard in that damn contract. Like, you can't wear nothing, nothing. Like,
no,
you
but
can't
that's the
tag
thing. I
nobody.
think they did. I think they tagged her. I think they locked her in for like makeup and hair probably because you know Revlon. I think they make a bomb ass shampoo that they I don't know if they make it anymore, but they make a bomb ass shampoo. But that's not the point. The point is, I feel like they were like she can't wear makeup from anybody else, but Coach is like, but she can wear our clothes,
Hmm.
right? And I feel like when you go through
Mm.
hashtags, you're going to see hashtag Coach, hashtag Million, Million, wow, hashtag Megan. Maybe you see hashtag Megan for Coach or something. And, you know, eventually the Coach makeup will follow on that feed. And it's like, oh, so it's like kind of using one pot to stir the other pot. That's not a
Mhm.
thing. But we're going to pretend that makes sense.
Mm.
But yeah, that's
And
the thing,
makeup
man.
is a bit more accessible than a whole ass outfit or a
Exactly.
bag. Like, we ain't got that kind of money.
Yeah.
Sandy, what
Got
So,
it.
about you? Are
I
you on
see
the
your theory.
um, dinosaur, shark, pony, glitter, coach makeup trend?
Looking at these palettes, they are extremely adorable. They make sense for Coach. Like the colors that they have in each little palette makes me think Coach bag. So I understand the colors. Like I'm trying to understand the concept for the brushes and the
Mm.
nuts. Because otherwise, I understand like the tags. It's like it's supposed to be kind of like the tags that you would have on a purse that go on the side because
Mhm.
it's got clips.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, I understand that. I understand the colors, but why a dinosaur? And why a shark? And why a fucking goat-looking unicorn? Why? And then you see the brushes. The brushes start off so nice, and then they have a huge picture of the dinosaur, like right in the, and it's kind of like, but why? You're looking so cute, and then you have this huge ass shark looking at you while you're putting on your eye makeup, and you're just like, oh, what's going on?
Oh, oh, baby.
You know what they could have done? Oh, am I muted? No, I'm not. You know what they could have done? They could have done like little Coach, like, you know when they used to have like the wallets, the mini wallets
Yeah, I
that
used
you
to
just put
love
the cards
those.
in? They could have done
Yeah.
one of those as an eyeshadow palette, and people would have bought that, and you would have bought the nostalgia of it, of like
I
being in high school again
know.
and getting that. But they didn't do that. If you decide to use that, please pay me, Coach. But they
We
could have
will do
easily done that.
consulting for a fee. Oh my God,
They could have
Yes.
easily done
get
that,
us
and we
in
would have
the
all been
creative
like,
boardroom.
they would have literally been like, oh my God, that's so cute. That reminds me of high school or junior high or whatever, or my early 20s, whatever age you are. You'd be like, oh my God, that's a throwback. And you would have bought it off the nostalgia alone. And then you would have opened it up and seen a bunch of like nude colors that remind you of Coach, and it would have made sense. But they were like, we could do that, or we could make dinosaurs and sharks. Let's make dinosaurs. Let's do that instead. And like, for what? Who? But okay, do you?
Speaking of this is nostalgia based. It is the Sally Henson X Mentos. If you guys remember Mentos, the fresh maker, the stuff that pops. It's a series of nail polishes based on some of the colors that Mentos come in. I'm going to be perfectly honest and say that I already bought one. I bought the most pink looking one. And I first of all, I really like the Sally Hansen nail polish formula in general because it's fast drying and it's really opaque, like on the first swipe, I guess is the word I'm looking for. And I have like most of their Crayola collection, which I really, really like. So when I saw the Mentos one, I was like, I wasn't really a fan of Mentos growing up. I love the commercials, but I personally wasn't like using Mentos. But since I like Sally Hansen's formula, I just went ahead and bought one. I guess when I use it, I'll determine whether or not I'm going to buy the other colors because they have like a really pretty green and a really beautiful blue and some like ones that kind of look like the Mentos bubbly things. So we'll see how that goes. So for now, I can say yes, I would buy it because I did buy one. But I do think it's kind of weird that they went from like Crayola to like jelly beans and then Mentos. It's kind of a weird transition, but it's all I guess nostalgia based anyways. So but their formula is amazing, so I can't even knock it. So whoever would like to go next, please go right on ahead.
I can go. Personally, I thought it was random because like I know nail polish companies do collabs, but I never think of like a mint and nail polish coming together. But I thought it was really cute. I like Sally Hansen too. I like their brush. They have a really great nail polish brush. It's kind of wide and you can get your entire nail done in like 2 to 3 strokes depending on your nail bed. I'm here for this. Did I buy it? No. Will I buy it? Probably not. But just because I feel like as you go through the Sally Hansen collection, you can find relatively similar colors to those. And for me, a nail polish addict, I know how to like mix formulas to get close to those colors, so I probably won't buy them. But I do think it's a cute idea. I'm surprised that they collabed, but I'm not mad at it. You know, try different things. And I know you guys are probably listening and you're like, but you just came for Coach so hard with the dinosaurs. I'm like, but that's completely different. That's not a collab. I mean, it is technically a collab, but like they could have gone about that differently. They could have made sense, you know? Sally Hansen has been doing collabs with other companies, and they've done, like you said, jelly beans, Crayola, like little things that are kind of random, but when you think about it, all kind of have like that nostalgic theme going. So to me, it made sense, and I do think it's cute. I probably won't buy it just because I have literally hundreds of bottles of nail polishes in my house. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't need to add to that at the moment, but it is cute and I did like the collab.
But it works for them because, like you guys said, you know, their collab was random ass shit, but it still was like, where the hell they remember Mentos from? Like, oh my God. I used to, I loved Mentos growing up, especially the fruit one. Used to eat that like nothing. That was candy. Was that even a fresh maker at that point? Like, I don't know what it did. I rarely had the actual mint ones, I think. So, yeah, I think the colors are really pretty. They're really great for spring and stuff. I am not gonna buy it because I do have a lot of nail polish myself, and I just don't use it. I'm trying to use my nail polish and stuff more so I can have I want to have fun with my nails. It's just that they chip after like I breathe. So, you know, and I have like a lot of pastel-y stuff, and of course I have like a million and one purples. So I'm trying to use what I got.
Oh my goodness. Um,
Mm-hmm.
like when you start painting your nails, that's usually who I go to the store and buy.
Mm-hmm.
So I know the form. Um, I also do like the colors that they have. Like I haven't seen like that coral in a while, like a nice coral
Yeah.
pink. The one I think that you
Mm-hmm.
got, Yali, that one's
Yeah.
pretty.
It's pretty in person.
I also like the little sprinkled ones that they do.
Mm-hmm.
I'd give it a shot. I'd have to look at. I dig it. Good job, Sally Henson.
Our next one is also nail
Really?
polish. It is Hollow Taco. Is that by Nail? Was it Simply Neological or something like that?
Yes. Yes, it
Yes.
Yeah,
is.
that's her brand.
Look at me knowing this time. All right, me. And it's their Unicorn Dream. If I'm not, I like it. It's my problem is, and maybe you guys, if you have any experience with Hollow Taco, you can let me know. I find that kind of formula, like that metallic-y, shimmery formula, chips easily. So I'm always kind of on the fence of buying something that's heavily sparkled. The colors are pretty. I think I would just need to like hear someone tell me like the formula is bomb and it's not gonna chip right away. But I like the
It's
color.
not going to chip.
It's not gonna chip. Okay.
No.
I like the green. The green is the one that stands out the most to me, um, which is very weird because I'm not. You know me. I'm usually a pink lady, and the pink is cheap. But I think it looks cool. I would try. I know they're a little bit more expensive than Sally Hansen, but I think I'm also getting into nail polish too. So I kind of wanna. I kind of want to try. So I'm intrigued. I can't say yes or no, but I'm intrigued.
I can say yes. Um, I have two of the hollow tacos from like 2 years ago when Drea bought them for me, and they are still in perfect condition. They don't chip easily at all, but I usually use like a base coat, or if I want them to chip, I'll use like a peel off base coat so I don't have them on for too long.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't had any problems with the formula. I mean, like, honestly, I know everyone's like, oh, there's holographic nail polish here, and like, you know, so many different brands make them, but I think hers are the most hollow. I think hers are the most hollow, and it is a little pricier. And I know her shipping takes a little bit longer, but I think she's based in Canada, not the US.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly,
Okay.
I want all of them, and eventually I will have all of them. I want to paint it on my nails, my hands, my toes, my eyes. I want it everywhere. They're really beautiful, and I can't wait to get my hands on them. To be honest with you.
I bought them for Shauna because I think that was when her brand first launched. And I was like, I know Shauna loves Simply Logical. She loves holographic. This is the perfect like um
Mm-hmm.
birthday, Christmas gift situation. I'm like, Shauna's so easy because I know she's not gonna buy shit. Like I know what she likes, of course she's not gonna buy it. And they are expensive. They are, and the shipping was expensive, but she is from Canada. But Shauna told me, like, and she's a nail polish lady. Like, she knows all the she knows the whole situation when it comes to that. So she told me, like, no, girl, like, this is legit. Like, oh my God, like, it's worth the price. So I was like, okay. And like the spring one, it looks really cute. I like those colors. She even just came out with like a mini St. Patrick's Day one with some like greens and some green foils and stuff. I want to try like the she has like a pastel unicorn flake foil situation. I forgot what she calls them. So eventually I'll get on that train, but like I don't want to buy any more nail polish until I actually use it. Because like I try to use my natural nail, but they always like chip. So I'm trying to do some different techniques, and then I want to get back into my press-ons because I have had like the blank ones where I paint them myself and do different designs. But I have to be more like, consistent and like really because there's so much stuff I want to do with them, but then I don't do it and blah blah blah. So I want to be a little bit more, at least for like honestly, like her stuff is definitely worth it. It's not like one of those Instagram brands that people do and it's like, oh, this is like kind of okay. Like no, she put her she worked at this, so you know that you're getting something really really good, great quality.
Sandy, are you
I
feeling the
think
hollow taco? Mm-mm.
Oh, I love Simple no I love her because she's funny,
We love her.
and she's always been, I love her personally, like she's awesome.
Mhm.
um I love her nail tutorial videos, so when she came out with Hollow Taco, I knew that it was going to be done with a lot of love and care, which is why it's like, yeah, it might be a little expensive, but it's gonna be worth it. I still haven't bought from her, and I will eventually. I just have to wait for a specific like theme color that I really want because I'm on the same level as Drea. I have so much nail polish, and I don't really get to paint my nails as much as I used to anymore. Walking dogs is
Mhm.
not the type of time you should have long nails anyways. Gotta stick your finger inside their mouths every once in a while and
Mhm.
remove whatever they're eating. Yeah, like, but these are cute. They're cute. I like the colors. I do like the sparkly ones.
Mhm.
That blue was adorable.
Mhm.
I can't wait to see more, basically.
Mhm. A lot of love for Hollow Taco. Next is BH Cosmetics is doing their Birthstones palettes, which is kind of like
Mhm.
the sequel series to when last year they did the Zodiac for each month. They came out with a Zodiac
Mhm.
palette. So birthstones, whatever your birthstone is for the month, there's going to be a palette based on that. So we've already had January, February, and now March. Uh, are you guys only wanting to buy your specific birthstone? Are you interested in buying the other stones? So my birthday isn't until November, so I'm more likely like topaz or citrine or something like that. Which are not really like colors I use in general, but I think I would buy it because it's like, oh, that's my birthday. Like that's a me thing on my birthday. Um, so I think it's a cool idea. I really liked it. I think Ruby was the one for what was
Mhm.
whoever one Ruby was. It looked beautiful.
Garnet.
They looked very beautiful. Or garnet, whatever the red one was, it's gorgeous. So I'm the formula looks good. So I think I might stick to buying my birthstone, and I might buy my son's birthstone because like, oh, it's my baby. But I don't think I would like splurge on 12 months of eyeshadow. That just feels like a lot. So Shauna, I know you have some thoughts. Share them with us.
Um, I like BH's formula, and I generally like their price range.
Mhm.
So I don't think it's bad if you want to buy like for your month. We know as we get to December, they're gonna have like the turquoise
Mm.
colors, the lapis lazuli. So you know I'm gonna have to get it, and like I won't feel guilty getting it because
Mm.
it's gonna be the right price. But I don't know, like you said, I don't think I'm gonna buy 12 of them. Like. I'll definitely buy the one for my birth month. And I think September, if I'm not mistaken, is Sapphire, and that's blue. So I might
Mm-hmm.
get that as well. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a cool concept. It's the follow up to their Zodiac, which I also thought was really cute. So I'm kind of into it. And I have the, was it Take Me to Brazil, Back to Brazil?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever those palettes were, I do like the pigmentation on those. So, and I have the one that I think Sandy gave me a couple Christmases back, and then another friend gave me the original one. So I have like the shimmery and the matte. So I'm like, I'm intrigued to see
Mm-hmm.
what December looks like, but if it looks as good as I think it'll look, and if September looks as good as I think it'll look, I'm definitely on board to buy it. It's right up my price range.
Um, yeah, I think it's gonna be cute. I think like they dropped the ball a lot with the Zodiac because a lot of them were like very neutral and like too like with a pop of color. It was like a kind of a mess. It was kind of sad. And of course, when it came to Sagittarius, it was actually kind of pretty. And that one like sold out and never came back. And I was like, are you kidding me? And I think I only got two from that collection. I got like I think Taurus because it did have like more than like two greens in it, and like I think one of the blue ones, probably Aquarius or something. I think they're like really cute. They're small, they're compact, they're a good companion, and they're not like great quality, not expensive. I just see them and like they do look really pretty, but I just have so much shit. So it's like this is really good for like if you were building up your collection and want to try different like stuff and like you know like I don't know, build up your collection or for traveling or something like that, try different colors. I'm November as well, so we'll see what happens with that yellow situation. If I like a palette, um, then I'll buy it. But other than that, like I have a lot of stuff, so it really has to wow me for me to try it.
Interested in the BH Cosmetics monthly thing. I actually wouldn't mind getting every month only because I could replace my Ipsy bag for it because I've kind of gotten a little annoyed with Ipsy and the bags recently. So I'm kind of like, I would prefer to get an actual palette I might enjoy more so than a whole bunch of small um, containers that I don't even care for anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because the price is it's not expensive. And I'm sure with shipping, it's not going to be that much more than an Ipsy bag. So, and
Yeah,
plus, I do like the garnet one. And I like this month's. I'm looking forward to August. It's going to be Peridot, I'm sure. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure those are going to be like some pretty greens. Um, I might actually get all every month. I'll see. I'll see. I'll let you know.
Ooh, you might have somebody to give us a whole full review of months. So exciting. Next one is one that came out of like a leak. I guess it was leak, not leak. I don't know what happened with this Natasha Denona palette. That is like a bunch of jewel tones, or it's like purples, orange, greens. It's very like it kind of reminds me of Mardi Gras.
Oh,
Like that's the first thing I thought when I saw it. It's like, oh, it's like a Mardi Gras palette.
yeah,
But
same.
someone found it just like in Sephora before like there was promo or anything. I don't. It was just a weird thing. I like it. I'm under the belief, and this is just me, that there are certain brands you should at least have one of something, like just one. And I have one Natasha Denona palette, which is the one that's all pink because that is my aesthetic. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, I feel like I've done my part at owning only one of something from Natasha Denona. I do feel the same way about like Pat McGrath. Like I think everyone should own at least one Pat McGrath palette because it's Pat McGrath and you know her quality is good. So I wouldn't buy this Natasha Denona palette because I feel like I've done my due diligence. But I think it's just kind of a weird thing because it's always been kind of like neutral base. There's definitely been pops of color, but there's been a lot of neutrally based palettes within like like I think the tropical one was like sandy nudes, but then there's like a blue and like a peach and a coral like that. So um I think it's kind of random. I think it's cute. I just don't know why she did. Was there like no confidence to promote it? Was it an accident? I would love to know the story behind it. But I wouldn't buy it because I just feel like you only need one Natasha Denona palette and you're good for life. And then Sandy rose their, I mean not Sandy, Shauna rose their hand, so you can go next.
Um, I have one like you. I have the Peak palette, which is like peachy tones. I got it in BoxyCharm. I thought it was cute, but like, ain't nobody got Natasha Denona money. Like, if
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna spend that kind of money, I'm gonna spend it on Pat. Like, you know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with her formula because I like the little palette I have, and I could dip my brushes into it and use like the peach as a blush. But like, her palettes are expensive, and I think about all the other things I could buy with that money. Like, I could go buy the Ethereal Bloom and go buy the Mentos nail polish. Like, I don't need to buy that specific palette, especially because I have so many jewel tone palettes. Like the Masquerade palette from Juvia's has a ton of jewel tones. If you want matte jewel tones, you can go with Colored Rain or Ace Beauty. Like there's just so many other brands out there that make similar products that I don't feel like if I don't get this, I'm like gonna die. Like it's not the end all be all to jewel tone palettes. So it's cute, but like I'm not buying, and I won't even pretend I'll buy it later because I'm still not gonna buy it later. I won't buy it next year. Maybe if it's ever safe, I'll go in stores and look at it up close, but I probably still won't buy it because I just don't see a need.
Yeah, I must say this is probably the one palette where, okay, this is me. Like it's jewel tone, it's deep. It got all these different great colors, shimmers. Like this is probably her most colorful palette. C is so friggin' expensive. Ain't no bitch buying that. It's practically like $200. Like what her palettes were like 125, 175. Okay.
I think
I only
150.
have I have yeah, so basically $200. Like I'm not I you you don't if you have the money, if you that listen, if I get ever get a hoity toy, like let's go. We gonna burn that money. But I'm keeping my stimmy for something else, bro. Um but yeah, I don't it's very beautiful. This is very something I would buy. But I have like the little I have three of her palettes. So I got one of the little 5 pan things in a Beautylish lucky bag. So that was my first one. I forget the name of it. It had like some nudes and some greens. It's not bad. Then I bought the tropical mini one because all I wanted was that last row of colors. So I was very happy that she came out with that because that was the one thing I wanted because it was all pastel shades. And I was like, I really just want that last row. And like I think a year later she came out with them and I was like, thank you, Lord Jesus. And then I got the Layla, I think it's called. It was like her version of a purple palette. I got that shit on sale. It was like $12, like the little 5 pan thing. So I'm really
That's
good.
not bad.
Natasha, we good. I'm, but I appreciate her trying. I thought of like Harlequins and things like that when I saw this palette. I think it's absolutely beautiful, and I appreciate her trying to come for me. But you ain't, cause your girl is broke.
I like the colors and I like that it's sparkly, but I don't think I would spend that much money on a palette that really, I don't know. I guess if it's like a Mardi Gras type of festival type thing, the colors make sense, but
Mhm.
outside of that, I don't. It's a lot of randomness for me. Not for all that money.
Yeah.
I don't have anything Natasha either yet. Maybe someday she'll get me, but not today. It's cute, but it's not for me. Sorry, Natasha.
Natasha,
Someday maybe.
she's doing just fine
One
without us
day.
for.
I know. She don't need us. She
She's
doing good.
doing just
People
fine.
is buying that. No cap, no stimmy, no sale, no nothing.
They buying it
Like
without the stimmy. Like that's crazy. I bought that love palette when it was like $40. I was like, yeah, I got $40. And I think I had a coupon. So it dropped it down lower. I was like, other than that, I'm not fucking buying it. So yeah, Natasha.
sorry, Natasha. We're just
Sorry.
four broke bitches.
Listen, I got a kid. You know what I'm saying, Natasha? It's your palette or my rent. You gotta pick one. Uh, our last one for the spring launches is from Crown Case, and these are their notepads. And the notepads are pretty much like a color coordinated palette where the outside of the notepad matches the inside. So if you get a blue notepad, you get blue eyeshadows. If you get a green notepad, I think this is so cute. It's
Mm-hmm.
very like being a kid like in the 90s, you know what I mean? Like when you had to have one of those little notepads, and like it reminds me
Mm-hmm.
of like Harriet the Spy for some reason. You know, like when she was like running around with her little notepad and like
Yeah.
taking notes. Um, I like it. I think again, me personally, there was a moment or two where I was not really for Crown Case, just because again, the owner being associated with a specific someone who I'm not a big fan of. But I do know that the owner has kind of like moved very far away from said person. So this might be my way of like coming back home and being like, I forgive you now. And there is like a pinky red one, so that's probably the one I'm interested in. And the crown case is pretty inexpensive too. So I feel like this is a good product for people who may not want the big old Crayola box eyeshadow palette and they just want to like a pared down something. So I think it's really good
Mm-hmm.
marketing too. So I would definitely be
Mm-hmm.
interested in trying one. And then if it's popping, which it probably is, then I would get another one. So I think it's really, and I think it's
Yeah.
kind of appropriate because like we're kind of all doing school at home anyways, or we're all working at home.
Mm-hmm.
Like who isn't taking notes? But like this is kind of like it's a very smart thing to do. So shout out to Crown Case for some perfect ass timing.
Yeah. Supa's really good with that. We all love Supa. We love Crayon Case. Like her whole idea with the Crayon Case, like the box of like, crayons palette, like that was like she broke the internet with that like launch situation. So her whole ideas and line, her whole line has to do with like kind of like school supplies. Like they would have like a crayon case, like knapsack. So you get buy the knapsack and it's like, oh, you could put different stuff in it. They have like the matte book. So it's like all matte shades and like the ruler. So like there's some stuff for news. They have like lashes that come in like this calculator case. So it's really, really cute. I really like the notepads because I think it is smart to start doing smaller palettes because a lot of us do have a lot of makeup. The market is extremely saturated. A lot of us have like I have like 10 years worth of makeup going on, you know? So it's like, and if you have certain colors, like if you have an extensive collection, sometimes you don't want every single color that comes out. We already have a lot of that. So it's good to kind of pare down smaller. And I am kind of looking more towards smaller palettes, not bigger things, because like it's overwhelming. So I think the whole thing is really cute. And I haven't bought anything in a while. Um, but I have to like relook at like the swatches and everything and see which one I really want. And one day I'll get on it. I have a long list for her that of stuff that I want.
A chance to try out some crayon case stuff because my friend ordered a bunch of stuff and she sends some stuff to me. Like I adore the brush cleaner thing that you can use in between like fades and stuff like that. Love that thing to death.
Hmm.
This is such an adorable concept and it fits her brand so freaking well. Um I honestly I keep getting mad at myself because I've been buying the ColourPop 9 pin 9.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also really intrigued. I always like their products. I mean, their highlighters are some of the most blinding out there on the market, to be honest. And I see they have a blue book, and like I said, I love me some blue. And I do find that their products tend to be pretty affordable, like for the most part, like way more affordable than like Natasha Denona or some of the other brands we mentioned. So I'm here for it. I mean, they have a blue, they have a purple, they have a pinky one. I think they have a green too. Like they have a bunch of colors. So I'm totally on board to like try any of it, to be honest. I like their brand and their quality hasn't disappointed me yet. I mean, I know the original crayon case box thing they did was a little wasn't the best pigmentation on some of the colors, like the lime green, but I find lime green in general is just a hard color for even more expensive brands to do.
Mhm.
So I'm here for it. I'm gonna try it eventually. Maybe not all at once, but one palette.
Completes our kind of our spring launch roundup. I kind of want to end with, this is all of the newer spring things, but the spring, let's spring backwards and talk a little bit about like your favorite spring collab or like spring collection that came out in the past before. I do feel like we have more spring things now than we have previously, I think. Um, but the one I remember, and it might not actually came out in spring. It might have been like right before spring, but I really liked the Walgreens Cinderella collection that came out about springtime a couple years ago. And that was just because it was like their first time doing like a big ass palette. Like it was full scale, like 30 something shades. And I, even though if the quality wasn't great, I just really liked the packaging of it all. And it was just like a really, I think it was like their way of doing what like Sephora had did once upon a time. You know what I mean? And it was kind of like the last of the Disney Walgreen era too. So, uh, but that was one of my favorite spring things. It might have been like right before spring, but it's considered retail spring, not seasonal spring. So that's one of my favorite ones. But I really don't think there was too many that I could think of. What do you guys remember? Any spring launches from the past?
ColourPop was always my they always had like really good spring launches, especially in the beginning. Oh, like I used to wait. I still remember like their first really good spring launch and they had that purple Super Shock blush. I still have that to this day. I love that collection. That was one of their best, and that's when they came out with like the pastel Super Shock eyeshadows. I feel like we've gotten more in the past. I feel like right now we don't have a lot of spring launches, and I think a lot of that is due to the pandemic and COVID, and that people are trying to, I think, rally to save like their business and like not spend where they don't have to, especially if they in the past have underperformed in probably spring launches and stuff. Like people don't have money to kind of just throw away anymore. So I feel like we have a lot less because I feel like a lot more brands would be like pumping out mad stuff for us to get. But I think people are trying to still recover from a year long of setbacks. Maybe we'll get a lot of late spring launches, kind of like how last year we got a lot of late summer and spring stuff like going into like November and December. So I think we really got to see. But I think ColourPop and stuff, I think a lot of other brands used to do a lot of spring launches I look forward to, and now it's kind of like slow down. But it's a good thing because we all broke, but it also may be a bad thing because we might get backed up and like get bombarded. So
I usually just go with the flow when it comes down to makeup. So I don't really keep an eye out except for like Halloween, because that's when you get the fucking type of lashes and makeup things that I like. Unfortunately for me. But when it comes down to spring, I used to keep watch on Etude House
Oh
because
yeah.
they have some really cute ass packaging that works for like, you know how says. I like the aesthetic. I like that Rococo feeling. And
Mm-hmm.
the Toot House does like the really pretty lipsticks, the little pan designs on their blushes, and like all these cute little things. So I usually keep an eye out for a Toot House.
mm-hmm.
Like past spring launches. And I think maybe it was summer. I don't remember, to be honest, but I think last year Colored Rain and their Juicy Boost. I think that was really pretty. I think that was like a late spring, more like towards like very
Yeah,
early summer, but
yeah.
I thought that was beautiful. They had like the umbrella that you could buy. You could also buy like the cup. But like I'm thinking back to like spring launches and like no specific brand is popping out except for them. I feel like they've
Mm-hmm.
dropped a couple of really cool spring like things. And yeah, I mean, I think last year, maybe. I think that's what you were talking about, Sandy, the ColourPop when they did those like imprinted blushes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those were really beautiful. But I guess I never really paid attention to spring so much because I feel like usually when I think of spring, I always think of like getting my tax refund and then like buying all the things I couldn't have bought earlier in the year. So like by the time I get that back, I'm not really thinking about like what's about to come out. I think about all the things I missed already that I want and trying to get those things back versus what's out right that second. So yeah, but I think the Juicy Boost last year was probably one of my favorite spring launches. I still don't have it, but that's my own fault. I hesitated. And every time I hesitate with Colored Rain, I miss
Same
out.
here.
Every time I hesitate, I miss.
Same. We both were we both were hesitating and eyeing and waiting, and then
And then when it went on
yeah,
sale,
we
it
just
like
missed out.
sold out.
You know what? I'm just remembering. Yes, we were so slow. I don't know what happened to us. I really don't know. Like,
Oh
um,
no.
I'm also remembering, um, like, what's going on with drugstore? Don't drugstore usually have something popping up? Are we
Wet and
out of the
Wild
loop
usually
or
has
something?
something.
Are we asleep when it comes to drug?
If you guys know
I
what's
feel like
going on with
everybody's
drugstores
quiet.
in springtime, let us know because we want to know. We're
But
missing
yeah, I feel like a lot of
Because is it
drugstores.
just me? Usually they have,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they usually have something going on or like a collab with somebody by now that they're putting on some palette that won't show up on your eye or some shit. Like, what's going on, guys?
Yeah, didn't even like 2 years
They
ago they
okay?
had that Gigi Hadid
Gigi
collab, and I
Hadid
think
was,
that was around.
yeah.
I think that was around
Yeah.
spring too, but like no one's really been hitting it in the drugstore like they
Uh-huh.
used to. And I'm
Mhm.
like, we still love the
Mm.
drugstore. Like, you guys have improved so much. Like, don't start disappearing on us now that you're good. Like,
Mhm.
capitalize on that.
Get that money. Mhm.
Interesting.
Well, we'll see what happens. Like you said, late spring, we'll probably get inundated with a bunch of products, or we'll
Yeah.
get hit with retail summer. So it'll be interesting to see.
Hmm.
But that kind of completes this episode, ladies. We talked a lot about springing, which is funny because today is our daylight savings, so we have sprung forward, and everyone looks like they're tired. The springing forward is not my thing. I'm not a fan. So yeah, we're excited to see how spring goes, and we'll probably be showing you guys some of our spring looks that we typically do ourselves. So it'll be exciting to see that. And again, yeah, thank you for joining us as always. Remember, you can listen to us now on Spotify, Anchor FM. There's an audio version of this on YouTube. There's also on the SoundCloud. So there's 4 places you can listen to us. Pick one and use it. Don't forget to follow us on social media. We are YMUB podcast on everything. So Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and on YouTube as well. And we hope you guys are enjoying your technically your first day of spring, because once you spring forward, I guess that means it's spring. Um, Sandy, would you like to say bye-bye?
Uh,
Yes.
I was just gonna say that if you guys have a spring look,
Yeah,
make sure to share it with us at
that's right.
hashtag YMUB podcast.
Yeah,
Tag us, let us know, and maybe we can do some sort of
inspire us.
contest or something.
Inspire us. I need some.
Inspire, let us feel your
Let us
beauty
know what
with
you
the
guys are
colors.
doing. Yeah, like let us know what you guys are doing. Maybe you guys will inspire us and we might recreate a look eventually. Like just let us know, or if we inspired you to buy anything or like helped you guys create a look or something. Maybe you use color and you're not used to that or something. So just let us know. Hit us
And if
up.
you
Talk
want
to
to
us.
argue about neutrals, Shauna is readily available. So just if you were like, I need to talk to the
I'm
person
down for that debate too.
complaining about neutrals, it's Shauna. Just kidding.
Step outside the
I'm
box,
down for that
guys.
debate too.
He said,
It's
"Oh,
not just
there's
Shauna.
Sandy
It's
and
not just
Shauna.
Shauna. I'll fight you too.
Okay, they said cash them
Step
outside. How
outside
about
the
that?
box, guys.
But make sure you wear your mask when you cash them outside. Okay, because
Yes,
Yes,
do that.
please.
a mask. So yeah, make sure you interact with us. We would love to talk to you guys. And like I said, if you bought something because of our recommendation, or you didn't buy something because we said it was trash, let us know. That's validation. We all love validation. I mean, honestly. And like I said, you guys stay safe, and we'll see you next episode. Bye bye.
Bye
Bye.
guys. Thanks for listening.
Bye.